This week's episode was so awesome. Oh my gosh. It was such a good episode. Like, the whole idea of it was genius. Having the TARDIS go into a person, like, that was so cool. I thought it was gonna have something to do with the whole, what is it? Like, the whole, like, baby Time Lord out there somewhere. But, like, or had something to do with River because of the title, The Doctor's Wife. But, okay, all over Tumblr, there have been people, like, shipping the TARDIS and the Doctor, and it's super cute. Like, I love the idea of that, but it's kind of weird because it's technically an inanimate object in a person. Anyway, like, I think that's so, like, weird, and how they addressed it in this episode. And I know it wasn't planned that all this, like, shipping was happening on Tumblr, and then they had this episode, but it was so cute having the Doctor talk to the TARDIS, and I loved, the TARDIS is just, like, how it thinks. I loved it. And it was just, like, saying random things and jumping forward in time. It's like, oh, wait, you haven't said that yet. And then it's like, well, why would I say that? And then he says it because she said something about it, which is, like, paradox. I don't know. It was so good. I can't say any bad about it. Like, for some reason, like, I loved it. I loved the episode, but I was just kind of disconnected from it. And it's kind of technically another filler episode, but this was the best filler episode ever. Like, the pirates were awesome, but this was monumentally amazing. I loved how they separated the Doctor and the TARDIS from Amy and Rory, and they made their makeshift TARDIS, which was super cool and looked so dangerous. Like, I was afraid of them being on it, and I loved how the TARDIS was like, oh, the pretty one, and it goes to Rory. That was so cute. And Doctor's like, that's the pretty one? What? Best thing ever. And what else? I love the planet that they were on and how they can go outside of the universe, like the bubble universes or whatever. That was really interesting. I don't really understand it, how it works, because, like, the way you described it just didn't make sense. But, yeah, and then some people are thinking that, because one of the star formations kind of looked like the crack from series 5, but I don't think that they're gonna go back to that, right? At least not right now, especially because it was a filler episode that didn't even have the crazy eye patch lady. Like, what? I don't know. I'm surprised they didn't have the crazy eye patch lady, though. That really surprised me. Or did they? I don't remember there being crazy eye patch lady. I just watched it today at, like, 11 something, and it's, like, 4 now. 5. It's 5 now, so it's been a couple hours since I've seen it. A lot of hours since I've seen it, so I'm kind of fuzzy, and I've only seen it once, and I was really tired when I watched it, and my dad was talking, like, the whole time, because he already saw it, and he was just, like, talking about it, and I'm like, Dad, I'm trying to watch Doctor Who, you need to stop talking, which I think is why I was so disconnected, because other people were saying things during, like, the commercial breaks, and I'm like, Dad, just let me watch it, or Mom, just let me watch it, and it was really frustrating, but, you know, whatever. I have nothing bad to say about this episode. At all. It was so good. Except technically they killed Rory again. But that was such a cool thing. Like, I know what they've been saying is how they are trying to strengthen the relationship between Amy and Rory. But, like, this one I really felt like it did, because I think the house really got into Amy's head and understood what her fears are. And, like, Rosianna said on TARDIS-tacular, said that it was like a boggart. I totally agree with that. That seems right to me. But it only really messed with Amy, which I thought was weird. It didn't try to mess with Rory all that much. I don't know. It didn't make much sense. And I really love the Ood, but I wanted it to actually be like Ood, you know? I wanted there to be a cool, awesome Ood character coming in to just hang out with the Doctor. Instead, it was Nephew, who was just kind of a automaton, or a little puppet for the house to use. But it was all a really cool idea. Like, everything was super cool. Like, the Time Lords and the boxes and everything. I love this episode. But it was weird how the Doctor just, like, I know he likes to be on his own, but usually he doesn't just, like, send people away. And he just sent Rory and Amy to go do stuff and not like, I feel like he should have kept them around. I don't know. That's all I can really think of to say, so. Catchphrase, which we really need to figure out. And, oh, so housekeeping time right now. I don't think Mackenzie, who is supposed to be our Saturday Whovian, is really going to ever join us. So, Carmen said, she knows somebody who could, who might want to be in the Whovians. So if she, I don't know, I should have posted this in K9, but I didn't, so I'm saying it now. Maybe she could become our Saturday. If anybody else knows somebody who wants to join, we could probably do that, because technically Wednesday's still open and we haven't done any like bonus videos. And adding on to last week's video, there's this episode in like The Curse of the Black Spot. There's this, how it goes into like other dimensions, I guess. That's not, I think parallel universe, other dimension. I don't really remember exactly what it was. But there's an episode in Tom Baker's era during the Key of Time series, and the episode was called The Stones of Blood, I think. And there was a ship in this place that was like Stonehenge, and it would send these like rocks back and forth in from different dimensions, and they used like a gun to transport. But it seems like, because the ship was right where the Stonehenge thing was, so I kind of like found the parallels between those two episodes, which I'm sure was not like meant to be like that. But Tom Baker, Matt Smith are having a little bit of crossover, I guess. Not really. Okay, catchphrase.